Welcome back to another Warcraft 2 video. I'm going to show you a very simple build orders for those of you guys that want to start the game and don't know where to start, basically, what to do, how to get good. So this is going to be a very simple build order for you guys. This build order should get you very far. You can see me sometimes even use it in like very tight games. So, and when you don't, basically it's a very good thing to train and get good at the game. So let's do it. I'll try to share with you as much thoughts as I can and give you some, ideas behind this. The whole idea of that build order is going to be one thing. You have to focus on only one thing. It's very trivial and it should be very simple to do. Focus on one thing. Your hull has to never be idle. Your hull should be producing a peon all the time. And to do that, here are the simple steps. So first, you're gonna select your peon, and you're gonna build your hull 3 tiles away from your gold mine. So you select the peon, and you try to build your hull 3 tiles away from your gold mine, like this. Then, we're gonna wait for the hull to complete, obviously. And your next goal is going to be to pick that peon that finished the hull. The hull gives you 1 food, you're gonna have 1 out of 1 food, so you won't be able to produce a peon, right? And since you can't produce peon, what's your next goal? Your next goal is to get a farm going so that you can make peons from that hole, right? So that's going to be our next goal. We will be building that farm in a way that is not going to be impairing the gold flow. So what I call the gold flow is the pathing of our peons to the gold mine and back. So we're gonna make sure that the farm that we build is out of the way from there. Here we go, so the peon is here, we're gonna be building a farm. So, yeah, next goal is, you see we have 1 out of 1 food. Once that farm is gone, we're gonna be selecting that town hall and produce a peon. What you see me going for usually on Water is, you see me selecting my hole, and then I do Control 0 like this. And then I can reselect my hole when I want to, and sometimes you will see me do that on stream. So 0 and P, you want to be building a peon. The shortcut for peons is P. If there is one shortcut you have to learn, is the shortcut for peons. You want to be making these all the time. You have to. The second peon that you have is going to be called Bob, and he's going to be making farms the whole game. So that's your goal. That one peon makes farms the whole game. Now you can go for a blacksmith right here, like I'm going to do. The one thing you really want to make sure is that none of these buildings are impairing your gold flow. You want to make sure that that your gold flow is the best you can get it. Bob, as I said, is gonna make farms all game. So he's making farms right now. And that's his only job. Now, we finish our racks and we're going to be making a grant out of it. And make sure that that town hall is always producing peons. That's your main goal. See, that it's not very simple to do, so make sure you train. Make sure that you can always keep it going. And sure, sometimes you will lose against people that don't do that, but this is giving you the basics. This is really training you to a build order that's very, very efficient and that will get you through most games. You don't need 2 racks, you need only 1. If you want to make a lot of grants from your starting, gold, 1 rack should get you through most cases. And now you already have a pretty strong economy like this. Ah, sorry, gold. And see, Bob has finished his farm. Next task, he makes another one. That's what we want. You have 3 grunts now at home, and your base is very wide open, so you want to try and close it a little bit with your farms, and then you're going to be scouting. Make sure that you find someone and use these grunts. See, my opponent already found me. Keep upgrading your troops too. Very important that you upgrade your troops. Alright, let's look for our friend, the orange player. At this point, in most games your ally would have been out of the map, and try to focus on your hull, keep making peons. That's pretty much your only one goal. You can also make sure that your racks is always producing a grunt. See, there's nobody here. My hull was idle for a second, and Bob also was idle. Very bad. See that's even very good players sometimes they forget. So it's a very simple task. Fairly simple, right? Keep your upgrade going too. You want to make sure that you never lose too much wood, or you can always do your stuff. Bob can make more farms. He's gonna be fine. We found our enemy. We're gonna send our troops here and end the game. Because that's the AI, and the AI is very, very bad. As you can see. It's usually not really doing good. You don't even need to control these troops against the AI, but against a player you would want to. Here we go. See, the AI doesn't know not to put buildings in the way of their gold flow. So that's the problem with the AI right there. Make sure your hull is always producing a peon. The more the game advances, the more it is hard to keep up. So make sure you keep up. That's pretty much it. Now, one next thing you need to do is when your gold mine is reaching about 10k gold, you want to make sure that your expansion is going up. So you're gonna send some peons to try and make an expansion somewhere. I'm gonna make 2 because why not? At that point, I also have enough gold for a stronghold, so I'm gonna go for that. But basically, you get the idea. From there, if you keep making that happen, keep making sure that you always have a peon pumping and that Bob is at his job and he's always making farms, you should be good. You should be good to go for anything. Like pretty much, you have all you need. We need more wood. There we go. That's pretty much it. Very simple game, Warcraft 2. The game is over and you have your build order basically. That's the very simple build order. Don't make 2 racks too soon. When you start to have a lot of peons like I do right now, you can start making another racks because you're gonna have enough to build it. But usually it doesn't happen before you have tier 2. Like it's okay not to have a second racks before tier 2. Now you can get an Ogre Mound, and with the Ogre Mound and the fact that you have a lot of peons already, you're probably going to be making a second racks, if not 3 racks. But at that point it's totally logical. If you start losing a lot of troops early, you will also will want a second racks just so that you can replenish your troops faster. So that can happen as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Game over. AI is defeated. And GG! Hope you learned something today and hopefully that was useful for you. It's very simple build order. Try to, focus on the right things. Make sure that you always have a peon producing in your hull. That's the only one thing. If you have to focus on one thing, make sure that's the one thing you have right. And from there, if you can keep up with that even to the late stages of the game, you're gonna be very well set for an epic late game. So, hope that was useful. Thank you for watching. See you again today, actually, on the stream.
You buy retail version or I'll chop you into little bits.